just in relation to Sunday's game, it was the Women's FA Cup that we played. Like I mentioned before the match, I actually spoken to the ladies just to get them mentally prepared, involved in what they've done in the 6 weeks sessions. The performance and everything has been really good, fantastic. They seem to be really, really ready for the actual game itself. But on the day of the game, the weather weren't too bad. The pitch not too bad as well. We were away, so we were travelling to Liverpool, and it was the Walton Football Club. That's where we needed to go. I know a little bit about that team because they seem to be really, really competitive in cup games. In the league, they don't seem as much, but obviously in the cup game, they definitely put 100% in. I did prepare my team just to say, like, you need to step it up a level because obviously physically they are going to be getting stuck in. Before the game started, I explained all the details that I needed to achieve, what I expected from themselves, and also in the game. When the game actually started, I noticed that the Walton team seemed to be a little bit more physical and pressing quite high and attacking really, really well. Our defence, in our defensive third, we did try to hold it back and hold as much as we can, but they seemed to be creating a lot of chances and we tried to block them. Unfortunately, we did try to create the counter-attacks from ourselves to create that threat, but it didn't seem to work as much as we would like. We did seem to lose possession on occasions. Walton seemed to be a little bit more comfortable on trying to intercept the ball, and the transition just ended up changing all the time. We had to then become compact as much as we could. In the first half, we were down 2-0. And then after half time, I had a little chat with the players just to say that they needed to change the way they play. One of the points was to pick the game up and try and get it at a higher level. When they came out, I knew myself that it wasn't going to be easy. And the second half, their response, we had 45 minutes left and we needed to score maybe 2 or 3 goals. We then seen how it went. When the second half started, we seemed to be playing a little bit better than we did in the first half. I would say possibly 5-10 minutes into the second half, we seemed to keep possession, we played well, and then Walton then just intercepted the ball and then they took control right the way through the second half again. They were in control the majority of the game. They were passing the ball really quickly, movements were really good, they were penetrating through our defence, breaking our lines, creating so many opportunities, and we did defend some of them really, really well. Our goalkeeper also saved quite a few saves. When we tried to counter-attack, we didn't really do that much, and we didn't create that many counter-attacks either because they seemed to be pushing really high and their defence were on the halfway line. So trying to break through them lines and get it over the top, it was difficult. They were very physical. Our team didn't seem to be prepared enough physically. But also, to be fair, I thought we did try our best performance-wise, but unfortunately we didn't succeed. So at the end of the game, they ended up beating us 6-0. Which was unfortunate, and we came back into the changing rooms for some feedback from myself on how I thought about the game, what I thought about individual players, and also reinforcing that they need to pick up from this game and respond to the next game that we have next Sunday. And I think they have learned their lesson and had a little bit of a shock through the game that we played on Sunday, and it's taken a big impact on themselves. But to be fair, we did have maybe 5 to 6 players who are only 16 years of age who have just joined the first team, so to be involved in a game like that is a massive jump compared to what they play originally in the 16s, in the under 16s. So we also did lose one of our key goalkeepers and 2 other players who couldn't make it as well, unfortunately. That's not an excuse because we did have a lot of preparation towards the game. But unfortunately, that's football, and that's part of what happens, and we have to accept that and move on. Now our next thing is to aim for what's going to be happening this Sunday, and that's something that we're going to be looking into very well. Obviously, from training sessions from Sunday just gone, we'll be looking at it tonight and also on Thursday night. I am disappointed, but it's difficult to describe on how I feel. Also with the other staff members and the other coaches and the players themselves, it's difficult to express your feelings due to what happened on Sunday, and I think the next thing that we can focus on is the next game, and I have asked them to respond from the last game, so hopefully it goes well.